Hello, welcome to my presentation on the whole teacher. This title emerged from a perspective that takes into consideration the entire teacher, not just what society expects from them professionally, but the humanistic aspect of the teacher. Teachers serve as a foundation of education, reaching and impacting the lives of millions of students across the world. 73% of Americans say that growing up, a teacher made a significant positive impact on their life. 61% of parents of children under 18 would even encourage their own child to become a teacher. 76% say that they approve of teachers in their local public school district, and 61% approve of their local school district leadership. Teachers are the hallmark of education. According to the statistics, many people revere and respect teachers. However, some people fail to realize that teachers are human. They too have fears and anxiety about certain issues that take place inside the classroom, within school reform, and from a personal level. In this presentation, we will discuss the definition of teachers' depression and anxiety, factors that may cause or attribute to depression and anxiety, and tips and tricks on how to overcome depression. Let's start with the definition of depression. Depression is a mood disorder that causes someone to lose interest in pleasurable activities. It impacts how one feels, behaves, and thinks about themselves and the world in which they live. What is anxiety? Anxiety is a feeling of uneasiness, fear, and dread that may cause rapid heart beating and intense sweating. It is a reaction to stress that may manifest from work, home, or having to make difficult decisions. According to this diagram here, when teachers are under stress, the stress does not only remain with the teacher, it actually cycles through the students, the classroom environment, and back to the teachers. Looking at the bottom portion of the circle, teacher stress and exit from the profession. Unfair consequences and disturbed learning take place inside the classroom when the teacher is stressed out. Students are stressed because they are absorbing and they can feel the negative energy coming from the teacher just through the way the teacher communicates to the student, how she handles misbehaving students, and just how she goes about her daily activities in the classroom. And when students absorb that stress, their behavior is not to par and their attention becomes distracted. Chaos then breaks out in the classroom. As a result, performance on test scores decreases, and then the stress doubles back on the teacher. And at this point, this will cause the teacher to either transfer schools or just drop out of the profession. Factors that cause depression and anxiety. Challenging classes, lack of support, personal issues, and of course what's trending now these days is the pandemic. Let's start with classroom issues. Classroom management. Teachers who lack proper classroom management training can become overwhelmed and stressed. This is especially important for new and upcoming classroom teachers. It is important for teachers to understand the value in setting rules and procedures in the classroom, for that is what students actually need in order for them to be successful in the classroom. Now let's look at a list of issues that are common in a classroom that lacks classroom management. Most times you'll see students not following directions. Students will use cell phones, disrespecting teachers and students. Students may have a lack of love or a lack of interest in school, so that will influence their attendance. It will cause them to skip class or may even be late to class. And then last but not least, not turning in work. Tips to mitigate those issues. Teachers can encourage students to follow tasks by repeatedly reminding them of classroom procedures. Teachers can focus more on production instead of student behavior. Teachers can also harness in help from the local community leaders. They can also ask for professors from local universities and community colleges to come in to be a guest speaker, to speak on a topic that's relatable to the subject of that class. Teachers can also model proper speaking. So when a student talks back or if they use profound language, the teacher can model in her response to the student's misbehaved language as to how the student should speak to the teacher and to their peers. And last but not least, provide praise when students are compliant. Another issue that could add to teacher depression or anxiety is lack of support. The school is a dynamic environment where teachers have to focus on staying on task, ensuring that students are safe in the classroom, and making sure students are learning the content, along with maintaining open communication with parents about students who may be misbehaving, or maintaining communication just to provide feedback on a student's progress in their classroom. One way to mitigate lack of support is for a teacher to reach out to a seasoned teacher or a seasoned mentor. Most teachers who have been in the profession for 5 years or more have gathered many years of experiences and have understood how to mitigate issues in the classroom. And teachers who are seasoned usually will have a packet or a folder or a binder of what not to do and what to do in certain situations. Another factor that can add to depression and anxiety in the classroom are personal issues. This is one aspect that I had to deal with over the past 4 years of my life. I had to deal with divorce, a death in my family. Didn't have sick children, but because I was stressed out from divorce and death in the family, that caused some health issues. One way to mitigate personal issues and try to maintain a certain level of sanity is to engage in self-care practices. It's important to exercise. Exercise enables for the blood to flow through the body, and when the blood flows through the body properly, it can take in oxygen and take out toxins. Seek counseling. Sometimes a counselor can give you a different perspective on the issues that you may be dealing with. Read self-help books. Most times self-help books may have events and examples that might suit or match your particular situation in your life. Journaling is a great exercise for depositing and releasing negative energy. It also helps you to self-reflect. Massage therapy is a physical self-care act that can decrease and get rid of built up toxins in the body. And also accepting the fact that you are human. We all go through problems, whether if you're a teacher, a parent, or just a person. And it's important for you to not be so hard on yourself because you have depression or you have anxiety. Last but not least, the pandemic. Teachers are more likely to experience depression symptoms than any other adult. How to survive during the pandemic. Here's a list of things that you could engage in to decrease your chances of catching the coronavirus. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Wash your hands often will help protect you from germs. Get vaccinated. Practice good health habits. Get plenty of sleep. Take vitamins on a daily basis. and try to stay 6 feet from others until the pandemic is over. In conclusion, depression and anxiety does not have to destroy you. You can find a way to peace and happiness if you just adopt these tips and tricks in this presentation. For questions and answers, please email me at slbrown@tcss.net. Thank you.